Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Glow. Hope you're doing okay this Saturday. It's so beautiful out where I'm at. It's actually pretty hot, honestly. So I just want to come on this Saturday and just give just a word of encouragement today, and just try to be purposed about that. Um, I just want to obviously say, God bless you. I hope your day is amazing, and I hope that you are finding joy today, even in the trials, even whatever you're going through. Just know that God has a plan. He's faithful, and He will come through in the right time. So, just want to get into it. So, I had probably like a couple weeks ago, I had seen a prophetic word from a lady named Lana Vosser, and she was talking about the daughters and being intentional about their steps and instructions from the Lord. And I just so received that. Like, I knew that word was for me, and I'm sure there's other people that just knew, it's like God is being very intentional in this hour, right? So, on July 20th, God gave me this dream. And in this dream, it was like an incline like this, like a hill, right? And at the top, I could see all these people. And so I was trying in my own strength to like get to the top to where everybody was. And no matter what I did, I just couldn't get up there. And there was like a plug. I really don't know what the plug had to do with anything at this moment, but I just know I was trying in my own strength to get to the top. And so I ended up looking over to my left. And when I look over to my left, there's like a zigzagged staircase that led to the top to where everybody was. And so all I did was take a step. I took one step. Now, this is a long staircase, right? It's zigzagged. It would take me a while to normally get up there, right? But it was a zigzag staircase, and one step. I took one step, and I was at the top. And I was like, Lord, what are you saying, right? So obviously, me trying to do things in my own strength, in my own power, me trying to direct my steps how I think it should go. Now, I'm one of them girls, you know, I want to try to figure it all out. I'm sure there's a lot of us like that, right? It's like, I got to know how this is going to work, how this is going to play out, how this is going to be. Like, I need to know the whole plan before I can actually just take that step, right? And that's what a lot of us do, but that would be us trying to control it. And also, God is not going to share with us the entire piece. Like, He's just not, He's not going to show us the whole picture, right? Our small minds, we can only think of so much, right? But God sees a bigger picture than what we do. And so all He wants is for us to take that step, right? And you have to be prayerful. You have to be obedient to seek Him out and to really seek Him in prayer, have worship time with the Lord, really seek Him for those things. If you want His will for your life, you have to begin to seek Him and ask Him, Dad, what are the instructions? What do you want me to do in this hour, right? And so I've been very purposed about that. Dad, what do you want me to do? What are you telling me to do? And so He showed me that. And so there were some things that I had been praying about, and, He's instructing me. There's multiple areas in my life right now, and I'm like, okay, Dad, I want to know, I want to see the bigger picture. And like yesterday, I just had like this emotional moment where, I was prayerful with Him and debating on something I was supposed to do. And I wrote a book, and it's in the process of being published. And I was really being prayerful about a specific part that I had wrote about. And, God told me, He said, don't respond from your pain. Respond to what I told you. And so I said, okay. Because emotionally, I could have made a decision that wasn't what He wanted. It wasn't what He told me to do. But instead, I had to be obedient, even though I was somewhat afraid, even though I was somewhat scared to step out and take that step of faith and believe Him for what He told me. And then I came across a scripture this morning in John, and it said, then Jesus said, did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? And it just hit me because a while back, God had given me this number, 135. And I'm like, 135? What does that even mean, Lord, right? And so I looked it up. I did some research on it. And it's the glory of God. And so it never really sat with me and never really hit me until this morning. And yesterday I took that step of faith. I sent back the edit and I was like, okay, God, here's your glory. I took that step of faith and I'm believing you. And so I did it, and then today he reveals that. So how awesome is that, right? You take one step and he will begin to reveal the next step and then the next step. And even today I went, to do something with my younger son and something God had been telling us to do, and we couldn't get it done today. And I was like, okay. So I was being obedient and doing what I felt the Lord was telling me to do. It couldn't be done today, and that's okay. I could have guided my feelings and been like, oh, I'm trying to move this process along quick, right? And God's like, no, today wasn't the day. I just want you to get it done. And so I'm like, okay, so I have to know that whatever day we can get it done next week, it'll be done. And that will be a next step that I've completed in obedience to what the Father is telling me to do. Because God's not going to reveal all the steps. He's going to give you instructions. You have to take that first step, and then he will reveal again something else. And then you just have to be obedient and follow him and do what he's telling you to do. If you're waiting for God to show you the whole picture before you step out and you take that step of faith, you'll never move. You'll never do what you're called to do because he's not going to show you. So if you're waiting for it to unfold and give you perfect vision for the whole thing, you got to be patient. He's teaching me in this hour. Be patient. You got to wait and just listen and be obedient. So I went to Isaiah 30:21. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way to walk in it. And if you go to Psalms, it says Psalms 37:23 through 24. The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. Though he may stumble, he will not fall, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. So again, God is telling us we will hear him. He will tell us what to do, and we just have to trust him and step out, right? And he delights, it says, the one who delights in him, he makes firm the steps. If we delight in the Lord, if we love the Lord, if we're seeking his face, we're wanting intimate relationship with him, we're doing what we know to do and honoring him, we're giving him praise every day, we're staying in his presence. No, you're not perfect. No, you won't get it right. God doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about we are not perfected, that we are not these perfect people. He knows we're flawed. He knows that we have failed and have fallen at times. We stumble. We're human. We have that flesh side to us, but he wants to see our willingness. Are we willing to do what he wants us to do? And so I'm gonna leave you with this verse in Proverbs 3:5-6. Okay, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all of your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. If you're struggling today to have a relationship with Jesus, I'm encouraging you to do so. If you've been confused, if you've been walking around aimlessly, wondering, God, when is it going to change for me? Or you are just tired of your life in the same repetitive cycle and nothing seems to change. We were never meant to live our life separate from the one that created us. So if he is not first in your life, the Bible says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. That is the beginning of wisdom. And that is the first commandment, is to love him. So if you're not honoring him, you're not seeking relationship with him, there's a void in you. So I don't care what happens in your life. If he's not first, there will always be a void. There will always be something missing. So seek the Lord today. Give him your heart. Maybe you haven't trusted him. Maybe you just don't know how. Connect with someone. Him. Ask for people to come into your life that love the Lord, that can help you journey in your new walk with Christ. We all don't know it all, but he will direct you and he will give you the instructions and he will show you what to do. So I love you. And I just want to say, I pray for you to be obedient to the will of God and, trust that you believe you're hearing him. Trust that. down, deep down, just know and take a step of obedience, because if you're doing it from a right heart and you know it could mean good, trust that it's him. And if it wasn't and we missed it, that's okay. If it came from a right place, that's what matters. God is going to teach you how to hear his voice, and we don't always get it right. Okay? But as you seek him and you become intimate with him, you start to learn his voice. He says, my sheep hear my voice and they know it. So I love you guys. Have a blessed Saturday. I just wanted to encourage you this morning, or this afternoon actually, but I just felt like today was the day that God wanted me to just release that dream and just give you guys some encouragement. There's more coming. This season of August, or this month of August coming up, it's going to be great for us daughters. God has great things for the kingdom, and the daughters are going to be blessed. There's supernatural blessings coming our way. I love you guys. God bless you. Glow Girls, I will see you later. All right. God bless. Bye.